Alright everyone, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I've been kind of stepping back from this game a little bit, and I'm going to make an overview on it, and I'm going to explain why. So, let's start off with this mode, story mode. You can farm a lot of good resources from this. You can maybe get a CCP, you get some tier 3 materials, but it's a one-time playthrough because it's boring. Next, we have Dimension Mission, which it's a good mode because of the rewards it gives you. Takes me about 15 seconds to play. So that's that. That's my second chore. The first chore I don't even do. This is my third chore. I just complete these 2 quests to get emblems and stack up on these these level up things or whatever you call them. Another boring ass game mode that's only playable one time because playing it is boring as hell. Now let's go to the next one, Dispatch Mission. Another farming mode that I just get the gold, I get the resources. Takes me 2 seconds to do. Epic Quest, another one-time playthrough that's also tedious and boring. The only good side of it is that you could farm biometrics with it, so you can get double if you have the shield pack. Now we got Legendary Battle. Well, this is also a one-time playthrough because that is boring as hell and the gameplay is like for little fucking children. Shadowland. Well, Shadowland is good for resources, but it's extremely time consuming, which is why it takes a week to clear. If you don't clear it every single week, you actually have to play it because you can't clear the batch. On top of that, King of the Hill is kind of like a weird PvP mode. I haven't really tested it that much, but I'm willing to try it someday. I've tried it a few times. Dimension Rifts. Everybody likes a Mythic Dimension Rift for farming for cards and card crafting cubes. Zombie Survival is a decent mode. I play it like once or twice for the week it's available, and the rewards are really good for the shop, but it's a game mode that could have been much better. I would have rather been playing with my friends than playing by myself. Then we got the modes that everyone generally enjoys playing, which is one of them being World Boss and World Boss Legend. Now, World Boss Legend obviously gives you good rewards. I think the Carbonadium should be higher, but it is what it is. And I generally like it sometimes when I'm very, very slowly pushing. Like, this is not an impressive stage at all, but I've recently changed my entire build on Thanos to make him PvE oriented. So I'm thinking he's doing pretty well here. I'm taking this stage out really quickly. But that's the problem, is that sometimes it can be difficult depending on your account, which is fair. But once you reach like stage 95, stage 99, and you've cleared it, the average time of clearing these stages is a couple of minutes. I mean, here I'm about to clear it in a minute. So there's not much challenge in this content. And it's fun when a new boss comes out and you're just understanding how to beat him. But after you know how to beat him, once again, it's more of a chore game mode just to get the resources. I mean, you see where I'm going with this? Like, the game so far, from all of these game modes I reviewed so far, it's not even like 15 minutes of actual play. And we log in every day. Co-op play or multiverse invasion, this game mode was bugged for 6 months and they just fixed the servers. And it's only for farmable gold. It's not really worth to play either. World Event is okay. You know, you can maybe test out different characters with max builds, but against what? Against bots. And it helps your agent level. So that's the only upside of it, because agent level is important in getting extra stats. GBR is fun, but the only reason why GBR is fun is because I'm using PvP characters to fucking clear it. Because the average time that this gets cleared is 30 seconds. And everybody uses, Jean Grey or Doctor Strange. Everybody uses the same characters, and they beat the boss like nothing. They can at least enhance the difficulty somehow. And this is an old game mode. This game mode is a couple years old already, and it needs to be kind of tweaked a little bit, but they're too lazy to even tweak it. I mean, I like getting like 20% with my PvP tunes. I think that's decent, but the only reason why I played is because of the soul of Faltine. They only give 150 when in the shop they give 300. So I don't know why they shouldn't double the reward. Or if they double the reward, they should also increase the difficulty. I don't know. Give players a challenge, because this isn't a challenge anymore. I mean, you're gonna create a new boss, and then all of the old bosses are gonna be like completely like unplayable. Nobody's gonna play those bosses because they're too easy. I mean, that's the problem with this game. It's either extremely difficult, especially when you're a new player, or it's stupid easy. I there's so many frustrations. On top of that, on iOS devices, every single game mode can crash. GBR can crash. All of the PvP modes can crash. So AC, Timeline Battle, Otherworld Battle, Team Battle Arena, which I haven't even gotten into yet. Right? I've had World Boss crash on me too. It's really frustrating. I mean, we go into Alliance Battle Legend. This game mode is good. It's got decent rewards. The gameplay is a little bit challenging. You have to use all of the mechanics in game, and you have to play manually. You can't really use auto because it's not as efficient. But there are bugs here too. Disappearing orbs. That was a huge problem for a long period of time. I don't know if they fixed it yet, but that was ridiculous. Seeing all those disappearing orbs all the time, screwing up my game, forcing me to restart. That's probably the biggest problem with this game, is the servers itself. They're very glitchy, at least on iOS devices, and it's very outdated. They need to fix it because many people play this game on iOS devices. Plus, at this point, I've already played too many game modes. I already have to reset my phone because I haven't even showed you the frustration that's about to come once I go into freaking Team Battle Arena. Alliance Tournament, I can't even get in. And, I stopped voting years ago. I haven't even looked at that mode forever. Team Battle Arena, glitches galore, RNG, crashing, and guess what? Game crashes, you're about to get the win. Sorry, buddy. That's going to count as an L no matter what. You can't restart the match. You can't redo it like Otherworld Battle. There's nothing you could do. On top of that, the restrictions suck. They're half-assed. I don't know why they have such a problem with making proper restrictions. Please make proper restrictions, because I'm tired of saying the word potential. This game has potential, but this game is 10 years old. This game has no more room for potential. This game has to get it right after so many times of getting it wrong. This concept is good. Tactically, I like it. I actually have to use my brain to figure out what to do. But guess what? Yeah, it fucking crashes. It's the first freaking match. On top of that, crashes in Otherworld Battle. Just with Otherworld Battle, I could restart the fight. So that, at least, that's like learning from your mistake, right? Because in Timeline Battle, same thing happens, but you can't restart the match. So here, for some reason, they learn their mistake and they put that option just in case of crashing. Why can't they do that for the other modes? I just don't get it, right? I mean, we can go over tactics a little bit. I mean, Team Battle Arena, you could look at my teams. I'm going to go play some more matches after I cover Otherworld Battle, but I'm autoing both of these modes. I just hit auto. I pick my team selection that I know how to tactically use, and I throw them in there, and they get me a fair amount of wins. You know, I dropped to Platinum because I haven't played this in 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks I'm already back up in the Challenger. You know, you could use my teams as a tactic. I have Apocalypse. Apocalypse and like Magic, I'm heavily promoting right now. They're semi-new kind of niche meta that really thrive when everybody is debuffed or restricted. In Team Battle Arena, you ban those characters. You ban Magic. You ban Jean Grey and like Madeline Pryor. But you don't ban Sentry and Null. Still, you don't ban Sentry and Null. I just don't get this. I don't understand this. This is no fun. You do it here, right? You debuff Sentry and Null so they're not very usable. But people still use them with greed, mostly. And on top of that, you debuff them for too long. Like, why does it have to be two extremes? One has no restrictions at all, and the other has debuffs for 2.5 months out of the 3 months of the season, or whatever it is. That's ridiculous. That's so dumb. It's lazy. You know, where's the strategies? Where's the incentive to think and use your brain? How many game modes am I going to sit here and fucking watch? This is stupid. I want to play a game, right? Like, another thing, I could tell you this and that. Oh, go put Ghost Rider here because he's immortal, and put Magic in the middle in a corner, and put APOC Glass because he's a reviver, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? Majority of that fight, I have no fucking clue what's going on because there's so much freaking things going around and everybody's hitting each other and there's so much AoE effects. I don't even know what to follow. I can't even point out and say, hey, look, this character did this. It's like almost impossible. And here too, like I can barely follow it just because there's less people on the field. You know, thank God it's not about to crash right now. Maybe I can get like, I don't know, 5 matches in. But the fact that I get a loss when I'm about to get a win is freaking stupid. Now, there's a lot of things in this game that are good. Like, you could swap your teams around to fight certain teams before the match starts, which I haven't done because I just auto this game mode and I win like at least 70% of my matches. And I lose my matches because of crashing, right? I'm in Vibranium, which is the league below Challenger, with no effort. On top of that, I find myself freaking staring at a clock and staring at a black screen and staring at victory and defeat longer than I'm staring at a freaking fight. You know, like, what kind of game mode is this? You know? Like, I had to cut and edit so much like unnecessary freaking time junk out of this clip, out of all these clips of all of these fights, just so I could save myself from this video being like 50 minutes long. Because, like, I don't know how many game modes you're going to, like, make cookie cutter and make auto. It's so boring. That's not a game. It's just not. It's like I'm watching a movie or I'm watching an episode of something. Like, I'm not physically playing anything. You know? They have to fix the basics. If they fix the basics, this game would be so much better. But they'll never fix the basics. They'll always say, we're listening to the people, but they're really not listening to the people. They're listening to the people, and they're cutting out like 70% of what we're trying to get them to do. Restrictions, no. Higher rewards for old game modes, no. Enhanced difficulty, no. Game modes where people in your alliance or people in your friends list could help you, no. A return of Danger Room Extreme, no. Like, all of these things people have been crying out for, and instead they give us things that we don't ask for and we don't want. It's just infuriating. It's ridiculous. But I mean, let's just talk about the game mode, I guess. So, fight Sentry with Null. Fight Null with Sentry. It's a very similar pattern. Most teams in the league are pretty much the same. Like, I'll see like a Carnage Null, and I'll see the Sentry double support. I'll see like a weird team combo this week since bans. I'll see a weird team combo of Thanos, Doctor Doom, and like Carnage or somebody else, like another villain, maybe Apocalypse. But people are using the same teams over and over and over again. Everybody's just fighting the same. So you just created the same problem that every single PvP mode has. And that previous suggestion before, fight Null with Sentry, fight Sentry with Null, don't even do that in this game mode. Seriously, don't. You would want to pick your weak teams against Sentry and against Null, so they're definitely going to lose, but then you could use your best to get wins that you're going to get. You could do that too. Is it more boring? Of course it is. But is it strategically a good choice to do? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to promote the best choice of action for you guys to take. But, like, this deserves to be ranted on. I deserve to rant on this. This is pathetic. I'm never going to touch this game mode after this, honestly, because there's too many issues. They don't want to fix them. There's too many, like, server issues. And for me, there's only one game mode that really matters to me. And I've been playing it for a very, very long time. And it allows me to get an actual analysis on what a character can do. Because this is not how I get analysis. All of this mumbo jumbo auto RNG crap, 50-50 stuff, this is not how you get analysis on characters. Talking about server issues, I know a game that came out in 2003 that had to get an updated server 12 years later with 4 people playing on it for the day. Those servers are more stable than this one. Isn't that insane? That's crazy. On top of that, you know what else annoys me about this game? Their little point tally system on how they value tunes. Thanos and Quicksilver are not worth 35 points. They're just not. Weapon X is not worth 25 points. She's probably worth much higher. Where did they get these shitty analyses on this weird point tally system? Do you know how garbage Thanos is right now? Thanos can't kill any of the top 5 meta properly at all. On top of that, you would think he would be a lead. He's not even good enough for that. And speaking of not being worth, this game mode's not worth my time because it fucking crashed again for the second time. Meanwhile, now we go into AC, another auto watch mode. How lovely. I give a lot of detail on how worthy characters can be. I could say things like they have good DPS, they're debuff masters, they're immortal, and their skills help trigger debuff removal. Things like that. I want to see how descriptive people get when they talk about AC meta and how well they do in this game mode. I mean, it's the same thing with Thanos, for example. It's the same thing with Deadpool. It's the same thing with maybe like even Madeline Pryor, or maybe even like Rachel Summers. This game mode gets the best out of niche tunes because you have to use your whole roster. I really like that concept. The problem is that this game mode is only fun when you're really competing, because when you're really competing, you have to be very, very strategic, and you actually have to communicate with all of your teammates, or else you're not going to effectively get the region, for example. In this game mode, tons of content creators like to massively overinflate a character because of their performances in high-level AC. Granted, it's decent testing. It's not like the worst testing in the world, but think about who you're pairing them with. Think about how many tunes can that character actually kill with that specific build. Is giving a defensive brilliant CTP to a tune really worth it when it's only really good for the auto modes, and you're going to really struggle in areas like Timeline Battle? In areas like Timeline Battle, first of all, only 5 characters actually have a chance, and it's not even that. It's actually more like 3, because most of the top 2 are picked and they have support. So every time people put defensive CTPs on tunes because it's recommended, you sacrifice their damage. When you sacrifice their damage for survivability, they have no damage. Who are they killing? Who are they actually killing? Like, there's only a few tunes who really work with defensive CTPs. Number 1 is Logan. Logan really works with a Brilliant Conquest because there's something in his fit skill that will always trigger a kill no matter what when the tune does not have debuff removal active. When they don't have debuff removal active, it's an instant kill every single time, and it has wonderful statistics. On top of that, because Wolverine now lacks iframes, he needs Conquest defense, so he works very, very well with it. I could switch him out, and he can regain debuff removal every single time, right? There's very specific tunes that work with it. Like, for example, Sentry works with it, right? But not a Mighty Conquest in high-level competition. No. A Mighty Conquest on Sentry would kill you in Vibranium Challenger. You need a Brilliant Conquest. Now, guess what? The alternative to a Conquest is a Greed. And guess what? It doesn't have to be too crazy. It's damage. It's DPS. Any damage that's extra helps. Guess what? I have Mighty Energy on Silver Surfer. Do you know why? He's freaking useless in Timeline Battle. Nobody uses him. The only time he's used is in Challenger, because Null and his immortality is negated. So Silver Surfer actually has more of a counter chance against him. But Silver Surfer has been completely decimated by Sentry. And he's a top 3 toon. That's the problem with Netmarble. Netmarble has no balance. Netmarble does not create a system where 270 toons can compete. They make 270 toons and they only allow 5 characters to compete. That makes no sense. That makes no sense for a game that is like pretty much roster oriented. Like the whole game is based on roster, you building your roster. You only are able to use 5 characters out of 200? That is ridiculous. I'm getting messages all over the place. Oh, Mighty Egg sucks on Carnage. Why does Mighty Conquest suck on Silver Surfer? Why does it suck on Sentry? These were recommended to me to get. Why do they suck so bad? And I'm like, well, it's because your account does not match Commander's account. So you're not going to have the same results as even me or Commander. So in PvP, it's so important to be specific about things, right? Like, why is it that Null is almost like 80% built with Greed, even though he is also meant for Conquest? Well, it's because people like the quickness of his kills, and so do I. So I don't know why people haven't tactically figured this out yet. That damage is the way to go in PvP in like 90% of situations. Because with damage, for example, I could do whatever I want in Timeline Battle. I'll struggle a little bit in the auto modes, but guess what? I'm in the second highest league in Team Battle, and I'm in Challenger in Otherworld Battle. So technically I'm not struggling, and my CTPs are insanely unorthodox. Silver Surfer has energy, Adam has energy, Apocalypse has energy, Carnage has energy. All of these characters, they work for me. And they've been working for me for months. Do you see Carnage anywhere in Timeline? No, you don't. And Carnage is meta. He's meta. He kills Sentry and Null. Magic, meta, actually has a counter that's efficient for the first time in a very, very long time. Like not even Adam's counter is as efficient as hers. Because Adam's counter just either one-shots you even before, or it's like impossible to trigger. Apocalypse, meta, damage is ridiculous with energy. Kills double support nulls. Quicksilver with rage, killing nulls completely. I don't need defense. A Conquest Quicksilver. Who the fuck is he going to kill? He's going to kill your grandma. He's not going to kill anybody. He can't kill Sentry. He can't kill fucking Null. He can't kill freaking Thanos. Bottom line, since day one, damage is what saved my tunes to falling into complete irrelevance in such a short period of time. Sitting over here ranting, and I totally forgot to mention how many glitches there are in Timeline Battle. Timeline Battle is the most glitchiest game mode in the game, even though it's the game mode with the most potential, right? So I'm also showcasing some old Sentry to see if he's still usable. He absolutely is, but it's just extra steps because his 5 has too many gaps. So you would need to use 4 as the iframe to avoid the enemy's iframes. See, I triggered debuff removal, so now Sentry has a chance, right? Old Sentry doesn't do as much damage as new Sentry, so even Sentry having super guard break immunity doesn't matter because Sentry overwrites his debuff removal too long, so he gets caught anyway, and it doesn't even matter. So new Sentry easily overpowers old Sentry by a lot. It's very difficult. Now, I got a clip from Chris, and as you can see there was a dead button glitch that's clearly apparent. I'm ready to use my iframe, and the game shuts it down and gives it a 1 second cooldown. That's one glitch, and that glitch has been here for a while. On top of dead button glitches, double heal glitches, double switch glitches, right? You're familiar with those. Those have been around for years. They're still around. They've never been fixed. This game mode is rigged. Regardless if it is rigged, I'm going to give you the best character analysis from this mode. I'm going to give you all of the tests. I'm going to give you all of the proper suggestions for every single type of account. And I'm going to help you guys out in competing with your tunes. I'm trying to change the culture and the way that people perceive PvP. Of course, Netmarble doesn't help, but I'm always going to showcase the best of the Timeline Battle potential videos. I'm happy to answer all your questions regarding PvP. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can DM me on Discord or you can ping me on Legend Stark server. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
This is gonna be very, very interesting.